So mom and dad both grew up in the Depression. Dad had 8 siblings and mom had just one. They were both working in Ottawa, Illinois when they first met. Dick always had a knack for fixing things, including an almost natural ability to repair automobiles. In early February of 1941, at the age of 21, Dick was working at Gray Warner's service station on West Norris Drive in Ottawa, Illinois. One day around lunchtime, he went across the street to the cafe for a bite to eat and sat at the counter a few seats down from another gentleman. Dick wasn't known to be shy, and when a beautiful waitress came over to take his order, he said, "Would you like to go out on a date with me?" The waitress seemed a little befuddled and glanced at the other man sitting at the counter. The gentleman looked over at Dick and said, "Son, that lady is my wife. We do have a daughter who is about your, and she might be interested in going on a date with you." With that said, he wrote down Jenny's phone number and gave it to Dick. Genny, age 19, was living with her parents and working for a Swedish masseuse in Ottawa at the time. Dick wasted no time contacting her, and soon they were seeing each other. Many of their early times together involved roller skating around town, and they would occasionally go to a movie or get something to eat. Like her mother, Genny was a beautiful young lady, and Dick was totally smitten. After Dick and Genny had been seeing each other for 3 or 4 months, Genny and her family went on vacation through the month of June with several of their extended family and friends at a cabin her father had built near Wisconsin Rapids. The couple communicated frequently by letter throughout that month. All Dick's letters let Genny know he was crazy about her and was hoping she felt the same. Genny came back to Ottawa around the 1st of July, and on the 4th of July, Dick proposed. After their betrothal, Dick and Genny had only July together before they were again separated, as Dick had been drafted into the Army and had to report to Camp Grant Reception Center in South Rockford, Illinois, for basic training at the beginning of August of 1941. As a note, Genny began going to one-room schoolhouse teacher college. When the spring semester ended in early June of 1942, Genny went to Tomah, Wisconsin to be with her parents and took on a housekeeping job. Not long after that, Dick called from Fort Crook to propose a wedding date. Knowing that Genny planned to continue her schooling to be a teacher, he said, "I think we should get married soon, and I know you plan to keep going to school to be a teacher. If you'll quit school and marry me, I'll provide you with your own kindergarten." Believe it or not, Genny bought that line, and on July 16th, she was on her way to Omaha to get married.
I love that last line. That's so perfect. It kind of reminded me, and I thought about this earlier. I wanted to look it up, and then I didn't. But there is a story in Scotland, in medieval Scotland, of a man who wooed his bride by promising her, "If you marry me, you will be buried in the most beautiful cemetery in the world." And apparently it worked.